Hey, my name is Tyler, and I'm going to tell you the story of the impossible route Waffle Otter. The premise is that we're going to take two riders, myself and Jeremiah Bishop, and do two races. We're going to start with BWR San Diego. Then we're going to ride all the way up the coast to the Sea Otter Classic. That is going to take us 722 miles and 50,000 feet of climbing. On the previous episode, we did the first race. We did BWR. We both finished. It was okay. But on this episode, we're going to go from San Marcos to Thousand Oaks while we battle LA traffic. It's going to be a doozy.
But yeah, there will be beautiful sections up by San Luis Obispo. So really stoked, really looking forward to it.
The last day has to be very short because we have to roll up to Canyon. We got to get going and we got a long way to go.
Hell yeah. If we're gonna make it for the Fuego XL race start, what is it, 7 a.m. on Saturday morning?
I think it's 8 a.m.
8 a.m. All right, well,
still.
We're gonna make it for the start. Even making the start line is gonna be a success, and maybe we'll finish. I don't know. We'll see.
We're trading impossible hike-a-bike sections for millions of train crossings and intersections.
So we're just getting up the road, 12 miles into our 550-mile commute to Sea Otter Classic. But yesterday's race is almost like fading into distant memory already. Halfway through the race, the legs just stopped working. You know, then I slowed down a little bit. Yeah, it started to have some fun again, and like notching the pace down a little bit, I transitioned into kind of impossible route pace, and if I race good one day, then great. If I have a shit race like yesterday, then whatever, it's all fun. I always find some fun with it, and you know, still like to toe the line, still like to race, but I kind of think of myself as like, you know, now I'm an ambassador and storyteller that also likes to race. You know, kind of a filmmaker that likes to race.
I just said by that I won't answer. You laughed and said how to play it cool, and I know you won't be busy.
I don't know, we should go maybe under there up to the next exit. I don't know. Camp Pendleton is the largest Marine Corps base in California. Pretty famous location, but it's also restricted access. You know, kind of iffy whether or not it's actually safer to go through there or just hop on the highway for one exit so you can get back off. But I've been Mr. Safety and, you know, trying not to be like hopping on the highway.
Okay. I got 2 bike packs on there. You guys can sit in the back. I can get you guys right through the base. Oh shoot, I don't have my wallet in the car? I work for the school district, so we have schools on the site.
A little assistance to get across skip the interstate and get dropped off on the frontage road exiting Camp Pendleton, and yeah, it should be good. Obviously we can't film in Camp Pendleton because it is restricted area.
Thank you so much. All right, so before you yell at me and say that we just drove 80 miles of the route, we did it. That was 2 miles, maybe not even mile, right? So we just got in through the gate of Camp Pendleton, so we don't have to ride on the 5. Yes. Dude, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We're at 30 miles so far, so we have 110 miles left to ride. No big deal. Something crazy for me with the impossible routes is how I truly believe it's changed my DNA. The amount of stress that has been applied to me has changed me forever. I'm so fortunate for Jeremiah because if you go and train with someone way faster than you and they just hammer you and drop you, you don't really make a lot of gains. But Jeremiah was kind of forced to stick with me because of filming purposes, but he would go literally right at the fastest I could possibly go. It forced me to overreach days and days and days and days, and it was just like you're just barely clawing on. And that's honestly the best way to train. And so in the moment I was like, this asshole, like, just let me recover, let me go easy. But I've completely, my whole body, mind, everything has changed throughout these, and it's just wild. It's wild how that works.
So pretty awesome to be able to stop and get food whenever we want. We're like about 20 miles south of LA, and we got a long way to go. I think we still have probably about 90 miles left, so we better get to it.
Man, I wanted it. We could have stayed on that the whole way. JB missed it. He missed the toe.
Very typical, very predictable, this guy. I'll get you back later.
We are 8 hours in, just about 100 miles. So I think we got another 40 miles to go. So we had passed the big canal trail back a ways. And I just want to go on record to say, I said, we need to go down that. Because that goes the way we want to go. Right now we're going due west, just not the direction we want to go. Jeremiah said, trust me. So I am trusting him. Just want to go on record again. I said we should have gone down that trail.
All right, you gotta trust me. I built the route and it intersects right up here.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a little touch and go, a little sketchy for probably 5 miles, really. And then it gets back on PCH where the bike path is. Dude.
Be like a drama llama here, dude, but trust Jeremiah with the route, he says. Just trust me. Going frickin' through a dark tunnel in the airport. Okay. Whoa. Okay, that was a really cool shot.
That was really cool.
That was super dangerous, riding through LAX, but the plane shot to me was worth it. So now, there's my wife. Look, you know, she was actually supposed to be home by now, and there's kind of this whole long story why she's not home. But I don't care, I get to see my kids before one more time. Right now, we're way far away from where we need to be. We gotta climb over this mountain to get to Phil Guyman's house in the dark. Probably not the smartest move.
Hey, Bubbers.
So maybe we just ride there and just book it?
Yeah, just do it there.
Yeah, I guess one perk to being in the city is that there's just hotels everywhere. There's accommodations everywhere. Like, we don't have to sleep in a tree, which is cool. You know what I mean? And it's really cool that my wife surprised me and stayed an extra night instead of going home. That's neat. You know, I love my family. So I get to actually sleep with my family tonight, which is kind of cool. Whatever. Be like, bro, it should be harder. Look, I wanted to stay with Phil Guyman. That would have been really cool. Even though he did totally blast me on social media like 2 years ago, and I haven't let that go. That's okay. But let's go book this hotel. Let's ask Jeremiah, where does this fall on outside assistance?
Maximum.
Okay, so my family was supposed to be home, was supposed to drive home tonight. We had a booth at BWR, and that's why they were down with us. And okay, cool. Then they were gonna pick me up from Sea Otter, but they were gonna go home for a week. Now my son found this like other kid who rides Sarons in Oceanside. They ended up going and riding all day. My son had a ripping day, and then they were gonna surprise me and then stay wherever I was staying, which we were supposed to stay at Phil Guyman's house. You know, because navigation is impossible to do, I guess. We're a little short of where we need to be. It's dark. We're gonna stay here in this hotel, make up the time tomorrow. You.
Light up the board and reach up the stars.
Seeing stars. Thought we'd be here maybe an hour ago, so it's just been eating sugar. And yeah, not enough. So glad to be done now.